Well, cooking and baking, they become popular hobbies while stuck in the house due to COVID-19, but cooking is also the #1 cause of home fires and also fire injuries, which is why the theme of this year's National Fire Prevention Week is to serve up a fire-safe kitchen. Susan McKelvey from the National Fire Protection Association joins us now with some important fire and safety prevention information. And yeah, that intro, Susan, really says it all. Folks are inside the kitchen right now more than typical. How do we keep no fires in there, at least not cooking fires?
Yeah, so it's really important to make sure, like you said, like we're at home more, we're cooking more, we're not going to restaurants. So there are some really basic but critical steps you can take to reduce your risk of having a cooking fire. First and foremost, when you are cooking, make sure that you stay alert and focused on what's on the stove or on in the oven. Unattended cooking is a leading cause of home fires. So that's really one of the big areas that we want to really encourage people to pay more attention to. And then other things like keeping the area clear of clutter, things that can burn, things like oven mitts, dish towels, paper towels, anything that can burn, keep it well away from cooking equipment. Even decorative things, or if you toss mail or catalogs on your countertops, move them far away when you're cooking.
Very interesting there. So let's say, for whatever reason, I didn't just follow your advice, and I've got a fire now in my kitchen. What should I do? Like, would I treat a grease fire, let's say, different than an electrical fire? I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, so grease pan fires, what you need to do is if you're frying, you want to make sure that you always have a lid nearby, so you can slide the lid over the pan, and that helps extinguish the flames, and then promptly turn off the heat source. And then you want to wait for the pan to cool down completely before checking to see that the fire's out. You can carefully lift the lid if there are still flames, and you want to put the lid back on, and then get out of the house and call the fire department. The key is being there, like I was saying, so to make sure you're monitoring cooking. But if there's a situation, you're there to mitigate it. And if you can't, the really important thing is to not try and fight a fire that's not fightable. Your safety and the safety of your family is the priority. So get out and call the fire department if needed. Yeah,
that's sound advice right there. And we're speaking kind of about the families, and then at the beginning mentioning how so many of us were in the kitchen together, maybe doing cooking as a whole crew. So what should our kids know at home? Is there anything we should pass along to them?
Well, you always want kids to be mindful of being safe in the kitchen. So you want to have, for younger children, like a 3-foot safety zone where kids know that when you're cooking that they really can't come in the area. And for really young children, you can even mark the floor. We sometimes recommend with like tape or some other marker that shows kids visually this is not the area for you to come into when someone is cooking. But you should also push pot and pan handles inward so that if someone does come into the area, then you avoid the likelihood of them being knocked over, which obviously prevents a risk of fire or burns.
Good stuff there, Susan. So any final tips? We got like 25 seconds left. Where should we go for more info?
So for more information, firepreventionweek.org. We have checklists and safety tip sheets and a bunch of other resources people can use to make sure that they're cooking safely.
Awesome stuff. Susan, thank you for helping our kitchen stay looking like this, the one I'm in, fire-free. Good stuff, and stay safe out there. Thanks for the advice.
Thanks. You too. Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.